we're going to record this meeting. So please, if somebody is against to be recorded, indicate this into the chat now, and we will make sure to stop the recording when you are presenting or participating. Also, we are going to stream the meeting. Again, if somebody is against to be streamed, please make sure to indicate this into the chat now. I would like to ask you to rename yourselves, your name and surname, of course, featuring also the company you are representing. Please turn off your microphones so we have a good sound of the meeting. And last but not least, of course, I would like to ask you this time to turn on your cameras to shorten the distance and to use anytime you prefer the chat functionality to ask us any questions you might have or indicate anything. Now, the program that we have for this afternoon is quite short, but on the point. We start now with the opening, and then I will move forward to the investors' introductions. I would like to welcome all of our juries on the floor to give them 30 seconds to introduce shortly themselves. Then we're going to move to the pitching session. We have 5 very interesting companies this afternoon that would like to present themselves in front of you. And when we finish, we are going to collect the experts' reviews. We are going to share in the chat before we start with the session an evaluation form that is going to be anonymously shared after this meeting with the companies. So here, I'm appealing to all of the expert members. Please fill in this anonymous feedback for the companies, evaluating them on the different criteria so they can benefit from your feedback. Okay, then I would like to move forward to our next point in the agenda, and specifically to the expert jury member introductions. I would like to go in an alphabetical order, giving you the chance to introduce yourselves in kind of a 30 seconds intro. I can see that Frederick is here. So Frederick, please give us a 30 seconds intro, unmute your microphone. And again, everybody are welcome to stay with camera on to shorten the distance.
Great. So Frederick Adams, I'm now working primarily on a algae project to cultivate microalgae for food supplements and agricultural compounds. It's a company for which we raised some money 2 years ago. We raised £3 million. I've previously been a venture capitalist for 10 years, up until 2009, and then was a renewable energy entrepreneur, set up a biogas company for which we raised £100 million in 2012. I built a number of projects, so now acting as a judge on this competition.
Okay, thank you so much, Frederick, for the intro. I would like to give the word now to Michele from Ame Ventures from Italy.
Hi, thank you for inviting me again to this tech tour. I'm actually chairman and CEO of Ame Ventures. We are controlling shareholders of Solar Ventures, which is a company involved in renewable energy and solar energy. And we've been investing in the field for over 10 to 15 years. So we are active from seed to later stage, and that's it. Thank you.
Many thanks. I give the floor now to Bernd from eCapital. Hi, Bernd.
Yeah, hello, everybody. My name is Bernd. I'm a partner with eCapital. We are a German-based venture fund investing in Series A stage company within clean tech, advanced materials, and all kinds of B2B enterprise software.
Thank you so much, Bernd. I see that Antonella is with us. Hi, Antonella. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, everybody. I'm Antonella, and I work at Indaco, one of the leading venture capital in Italy. We invest in Series A, mainly in medical devices, clean tech and circular economy, and electronics and digital transformation. Thank you.
Many thanks for the intro. I give the floor to Lars. Hi, Lars.
Hi, everybody. Can you see and hear me properly?
Yes,
Perfect.
very clearly.
So I'm Lars. I'm from Evonik Venture Capital. I'm an investment manager, and Evonik Venture Capital is the venture arm of Evonik Industries, a specialty chemical company. And we are always interested in things which have any kind of relation to our core businesses, which can be, let's say, new materials up to even interesting digital solutions. That's in a nutshell about myself.
Thanks, Lars, for the intro. I go over to Willem. Hi, Willem. Nice to see you.
Hi, good to see you. Thank you very much. Willem Bulthuis, living in the area of Munich. I'm working for VBX Ventures and a company called Corporate Ventures Advisory, where we are focused on helping startups and scale-ups to find customers, to get in touch with customers around the world, and also with investors, focusing on energy topics, mobility topics, and other sustainability themes.
Many thanks, Willem. I go over to Michael from Sabic Ventures.
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. So I'm Michael. So I'm responsible for Europe, the senior technology manager for Sabic Venture. So we are the corporate venture arm of Sabic Corporation. We are mostly and almost exclusively strategic investors, investing in Syria and further startups related to our core activities from current activities or future activities for Sabic. And thank you.
Many thanks. Then I move forward to Walter. Hi, Walter, from IGC, sorry.
Hi, nice to meet you. Wouter van der Putten from Capricorn Partners. We are a Belgium-based capital firm. And I'm involved in the Sustainable Chemistry Fund. We are looking for early stage to growth stage startups.
Thank you so much. I have one more participant here with similar name to yours, and I give the floor now also to him, Walter Darbe.
I'm sorry.
No worries, no worries. It's my pronunciation. I excuse myself.
Doesn't matter. I was mute, so it's my gift.
Right.
I'm one of the firm of the IGC, Innovation, Growth and Competitiveness. So we are a private company, but also investing in as a business angels in innovative company in Cleantech and mobility sector.
Many thanks for the intro. I move forward to George from Sevestral.
Hey, good to see my old friends here. I'm George. I run a corporate venture fund for a Russian vertically integrated steel company. So we're looking for companies which are disruptive to the steel sector, mostly focused on Series B, but not limited basically to anything, nor the geographies. In other sectors we're interested in is anything related to wood tech, because we have a sizable business in wood, and mining, because besides coal and iron ore, we have a gold mining company. So that's our focus. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you so much, George, for the intro. I go over to Philip from Emerald.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Philip Hansler, Investment Director at Emerald since now almost 20 years. We are an industrial technology VC fund investing globally, exclusively in B2B businesses, largely Series B or later, in energy, materials, water, industrial 4.0, and what so forth.
Many thanks for the intro. I move forward to Michael Heine from SGL Carbon.
Okay. SGL Carbon is a producer of graphite and composite materials. The industry and the market are automotive, aerospace, solar and wind energy, as well as the manufacturers of semiconductors, LEDs, and lithium-ion batteries. We ourselves see as a trendsetter and look for development partners, and we offer also products along the entire value chain for both composites and specialty graphites, and cover all processing stages from raw materials and intermediates to finished components.
Thank you. Thank you so much for the intro. I give the word now to Marc Leduc from BICEF.
Hi everyone. Nice to be here again. Yeah, my name is Mark Leduc. I'm from BSF Venture Capital. We invest globally in startups active in the area of chemistry. Thanks.
Thank you. I go over to Mario. Hi, Mario. Good afternoon.
Hi, Denitsa. I hope you can see me there.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Look, thanks. Hi, I'm Mario. I'm the head of Novozymes Investments, which is basically the corporate investment arm of Novozymes. Novozymes is an industrial biotechnology company headquartered here in Copenhagen. Our focus is primarily on early stage companies, seed, Series A, sometimes Series B, companies that we're working on new microbial and biotechnologies with a very strong sustainability angle across a number of sectors, from human health to food production, agriculture, bioenergy, biomaterials, animal health, and chemical reduction.
Thank you. Thank you for the intro, Mario. I go over to Anna Bellore. Hi, Anna. Good afternoon.
Oh, hello.
Yes, we can hear you. Please give us a 30 seconds intro.
Yeah, sure. Hi, I'm Anna from Future Matters Venture Capital. We have previously invested in sustainable energy and IoT early stage ventures. Now we're looking further into sustainable technologies applicable to various industries, with me mainly looking into the mining sector.
Thank you. We have also Laura from Cleantech Alps today. Hi, Laura.
Hi, hello. My name is Laura Schwery, and I work for Cleantech Alps, which is a promotion platform for clean technologies in Switzerland. So we cover technology from energy to environment and also mobility.
Many thanks for the intro. I go over to Johannes. Hi, Johannes. Good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Johannes from Priam Avocat. I'm a Paris-based lawyer with a specific expertise in venture capital and M&A transactions.
Many thanks for joining. I go over to Richard. Hi, Richard.
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Richard. My background is a little bit related to corporate investment in an energy sector. And energy, mostly it's oil and gas with very special interest and angle into clean tech. This is why I'm here this afternoon. Happy to be here.
Thank you, Richard. I go over to Marcel van Berkel. Hi, Marcel. Good afternoon.
Hi, everybody. Good afternoon. I'm Marcel van Berkel. I'm representing the Circular Bio-Based Delta. That's a foundation for the development of bioeconomy ecosystem in the southwest of the Netherlands. We are searching for companies in the area of chemistry and materials, and we like to get into contact with them and discuss potential housing and development opportunities in our area.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Marcel. I go over then to Peter from Solvay. Hi, Peter.
Hello, good afternoon. So I'm an investment manager with Solvay Ventures. That's the venture capital arm of the Solvay Group, so global chemicals and materials company. And what we do is we invest seed stage to Series C in companies that have a link with our activities at Solvay. And everything that is related to energy transition is one of our key investment areas. Next to investing, we also try to find the right internal people in Solvay to set up potential collaborations with startup companies. Thank you.
Thank you, Peter, for this intro. Go over then to Joost Waterloos.
Hi, greetings, Joost here, part of Dow's corporate venturing group. I'll keep it short. We are interested in innovations in the material and chemistry space. Thank you.
Thank you so much for the intro. And last but not least, Winfried Weigel. Hi, Winfried, how do you do?
Hi, Denisa. Thanks for having me back here at the Alpine Venture Forum. My name is Winfried, and I'm representing Cleantech Capital here, which is not an institutional investor. It's an investment advisor and a service provider in business development, in international strategic partnerships and corporate finance. The partners indeed are private investors in various sectors, including, of course, clean technology, renewable energy, medtech, e-health, and fintech. And we have operations in North America, South America, and Europe.
Thank you so much. Then we are ready with the introductions and we can move forward to actually the pitching session. I'm eager to welcome our 5 entrepreneurs this afternoon, and the first one to take the floor will be Michal from Payron. I will stop sharing my screen so you can share yours. Whenever you're ready. Wonderful, we can see it. Great, whenever you're ready.
Yes, I'm ready, so we can start. So hi everyone, my name is Michał Bieniek. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Apeiron Synthesis. It's a high-tech chemical company providing Nobel Prize-winning technology to the chemical industry. The most important part of our technology are olefin metathesis catalysts that we develop and sell to multi-billion-dollar companies from multiple sectors such as flavor and fragrance, pharmaceuticals, agri-chemicals, and others. As we are all aware, the global transition towards circular economy necessitates the development of sustainable processes to deliver value-added chemicals in a cost-effective way. One of the difficulties in achieving this is a shortage of efficient catalytic methods that can be applied. We believe that we created silver bullet for manufacturing processes dealing with organic compounds. Some of our customers have already demonstrated that technology which we offer can bring tangible and real-life impact on our daily lives and the surrounding world. Till now, 4 of our customers have already implemented processes utilizing our catalysts that we develop. One of the examples of such application that I'm particularly proud of is the production of a new generation diabetes drug. The other example is the implementation of our catalyst is the production of crop protection pheromones for agribusiness. We are also engaged in a large-scale project in which we develop lightweight polymers for automotive industry aimed at reducing carbon footprint. Long story short, we produce catalyst for a process called olefin metathesis. Apeirons which enable to upgrade simple substances into value-added products. Our business model is simple. We sell catalysts, and our patent-protected technology allows us to generate 70% gross margins and sell our catalysts up to 70,000 euro per kilograms. We have 66 granted patents, which is supplemented by 46 patent licenses, which guarantee us freedom to operate and sell our products globally. As I mentioned previously, we sell our products to multiple sectors, and we sell them directly through our internal sales force, but we also collaborate with international distributors and consultants. Over the past few years, more than 70 industrial clients have been using our catalyst in their R&D tests. And currently, 4 of these companies already implemented processes utilizing our catalyst. And during the last 3 years, we sold more than 40 kilograms of our catalyst, which translates into production of metric tons of the final products in our customers, such as new generation drugs, pheromones for crop protections, or advanced materials. During the last year, we generated over 1 million euro revenue, what was 4-fold more than in the previous year. Our long-term goal is to become the leading supplier of catalysts, and we intend to offer metric tons of catalyst to our customers, what would lead to over 100 million euro revenue. This was all done by our key team that cover all key functions, and we additionally collaborate with consultants worldwide. Currently, there are only 3 companies that, besides Apeiron, that offer olefin metathesis catalyst, but what really sets us apart is the performance of our catalyst. Apeiron is looking for 4.5 million euro in this round, 2.7 of which have been already secured by the local VC, and the investment will be used to scale up the production to meet growing amount of catalyst and to increase sales and marketing activities. This brings me to the end of my presentation. So thank you for your kind attention.
Thank you so much for the presentation. I would like now to open the floor for the questions. Dear experts and investors in the audience, please write down your questions in the chat so we know the order that we're going to give you the word. And you can do that right away. So whenever we have a question in the chat, we're going to invite you to unmute yourself and to ask the question directly. I can see that Antonella has the first question. Antonella, please unmute your microphone and go ahead.
Thank you. Can you tell me about your IP? What kind of IP do you have?
So currently, as I mentioned, most of the catalysts were developed in-house in our company through the last few years. So we protect the structure of the catalyst and they used in the metathesis and the method of production. So currently, as I said, we have 66 granted patents, 27 I think is already pending. And what is important, we also have the licenses from the universities in Europe and in US, and also from other companies that have related IP, so we license them to have the freedom to operate.
Okay, thank you so much.
We cover our products within this IP and the method of production and use of them.
Thank you. Thank you, Mariva.
Wonderful. The next question comes from Philip. Philip, would you like to ask it?
Yes, please. Hi, Michael. Can you walk us through the sales cycle of one of your products? I mean, maybe the one for the ag pheromone part, how much time it took you from the very early days until you actually generated revenues from product sales?
Okay, thank you for the question. In terms of the pheromones, we started the collaboration with ProVivi. It's a US-based company in 2019. First, we carried out the services for them to develop the method to show them that it is feasible to implement this process. And in 2020, this year, they ordered first kilogram of catalyst for this production. And next year, they intend to order 6 kilograms for another process that currently we are developing with them. So it depends on the applications and the customers, but it can be quite, I would say, fast process of from research until the implementation. And in total, they told us that they would like to buy up to 200 kilograms of catalyst per year for the production of pheromones.
Thank you, Michał. There is time for the last question from Willem, but please keep the answer short.
Yeah, it's also a very related question. So my question was, what role do you play in actually the product development or the process development of your customers? And do you get paid for it, or is that basically your upfront investment that you make good on selling the catalyst?
Okay, it depends on the customers. For some customers, like ProVivi for crop protection, they paid us, and they paid us $20,000 US per FTE per one person. So it's a decent amount of money that cover all our costs and generate also a decent revenue. But for some customers, like for automotive in polymer industry, we cover our cost. However, then we have all IP when we develop a new material like this lightweight material that have the chance to be implemented in a new AMG Mercedes car. So it depends, but some of our customers pay us for the FTE up to 20,000 per month per one person.
Thank you. Thank you so much for answering all of the questions you got. It is the time to give the floor to our next participant. And in this case,
thank you so much.
Thank you, Michal. I would like to invite Gonzalo from Biomimet. So maybe, please excuse me for not pronouncing it correctly.
No worries, we already been there. So can you can you see my screen?
Yes, the presentation is there. Good luck.
So good afternoon. My name is Gonzalo, and I'm one of the founders of Biomimetics, a biotech startup with a sustainable solution for biofouling. But what is biofouling? Biofouling is the addition of organisms to every structure that is placed on water. And this has a huge economical impact in every maritime operations. In shipping, for example, biofouling can increase fuel consumption up to 25%, leading to 50 billion euro in losses every year. And in aquaculture, biofouling reduces oxygen flow, increases pest prevalence and mortality, leading to 15% more production costs. Current solutions rely on coatings that have a huge concentration of copper oxide to control fouling growth. In fact, 90% of fouling paints in the market contain copper oxide. While copper oxide is not effective per se and needs to be complemented with other chemicals, it's toxic and persistent in the environment and tends to be very costly. The problem is there are no alternatives in the market, or well, there was not. Biomimetics presents a sustainable solution for anti-fouling. We have a broad spectrum solution against fouling compatible with current technologies. It's biodegradable and so doesn't damage the ocean. It's non-toxic and is cost-effective compared to current solutions. The solution is based on a patent-pending technology. Biomimetics developed and scaled up to industrial level a bacterial-based biocide. This mixture of organics compounds which are secreted by a single bacteria and recovered over a single downstream processes is totally safe to man and the environment, and we call it BMX11. BMX11 showed to be effective both on marine and aquaculture sectors. We can see here on the left-hand side a vessel paint, with and without BMX11. The paint without technology actively prevents the most problematic fouling for vessels, tube-worms, and barnacles. And on the right-hand side, we can see an aquaculture net protected with coated with our compounds that prevented the overall fouling pressure on the structure. These stats were carried for more than a year, showing that coatings with BMX11 can even outperform top competitors in the market. And we have full-scale pilots predicted for first quarter and second quarter of 2021. Depending on the market segment, we will deliver the active products deliver the active product or the final product ready to use. Let me exemplify. For the yacht segment, our customers will be world leader paint producers, which we are already working on, that will incorporate the tech in their products as they normally do already. They have the distribution network established, and the end user normally buys small volumes of paint. For the aquaculture sector, our customer will be large fish farmers that buy large volumes of paint. We already developed the final product for this market segment, and we are already testing with the customers. Our addressable market, which is almost 1 with half of it being the agriculture sector. To tackle this market, we will take advantage of the size of the market in each region and the legislation that is pressuring copper to phase out and allowing biological safe compounds in the market. For the aquaculture sector, we will enter the Chilean market with paid pilots next year, since they are the second salmon producing country right after Norway, and regulation to let these compounds in is very short. For the yacht market, we will enter the US market, namely California, Florida states, and the lake regions, taking advantage that we are already being considered a biological biocide by US EPA, shortening the registration process, and copper has been banned or pressured to be banned in these regions. This market will allow us to get sales next year and reach break-even by 2023, with gains raising by after 2024. The team behind this company has two founders with biotech and microbiology background, and the chairman of the board with extensive business experience in the coating arena. Today, we are here because we are asking for 2 million euros for the next 24 months for scale up to the mentioned markets. We already have a seed round of 1.6 million and won an SME instrument of 1.4 that allowed the full technology development. We structured this deal with an 8 million evaluation or a safe evaluation in 24 months, being confident that we'll be above that value by then. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much for the presentation, Gonçalo. I would like to welcome now the questions in the chat. So whenever you would like to ask a question, please use the chat functionality. And I can see that Willem was the first one to ask. Willem?
Yes, thank you. Thank you for a very interesting presentation. Great to get copper out of the oceans. So can you say a little bit more about your costs versus traditional materials? You say it's cheaper because it doesn't contain copper. And can you also say something about how long it will last on the ship or on the fishing nets versus traditional material? And last but not least, how long you can store it? Is there a limit to how long you can store the materials?
Okay, so starting with the costs compared to copper. So we compare the costs to the same to have the same effectivity along the time. So copper paints used, depending on the market segment, from 30 to 45% in weight. So it's a lot of copper. We use only 5%, and to have the same performance, we are cost effective. In terms of time, I show data from aquaculture sector. The aquaculture farmers use normally, depending on the fish, on the target fish, the cycle of the enlarging fish from 9 to 11 months. We already reached 12 months, so we are in the scope of what they use right now. On the yacht, it's 1 season normally. On the big tankers, it's 3 years. We don't have yet data for 3 years, but we have for the yacht market, which is our entry market. And your last question was how long it's stable. So once applied, it's stable for the exact time it needs to be done. In the paint, it's stable. Our test shows it's stable at least for a year.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much. The next question comes from George.
Yeah, I was just asking, why do you claim there is no competition? I mean, I've seen companies like one I can remember is NC Marine from Rotterdam, which do similar things with different, chemistries.
I don't say there was no competition. There is competition. Copper is itself, it's a huge competition. What we said is we have a broad spectrum compound, meaning that most of the compounds in the market target one species, like for example, the one you mentioned target barnacles, but we target all the layers of biofouling. As you could see in the pictures, we target not only the hard foulers like tube-worms and barnacles, but we also target algae and the ones that normally there are no compounds in the market, like slime, which is the first layer of fouling in the structures.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you. The next question goes from Joost.
Yeah, can you reiterate what the timeline is to get regulatory approvals in so you can actually actively go into sales?
Depending on the region. In Chile, it's very fast. We expect to do it while doing the paid pilots next year. In the US, we already passed the first phase. So we are filing the process next year, and then we'll take, depending on the time of evaluation, 6 months to a year. On Europe, it's a different ballgame. So we're talking about BPR. We already started the process in Netherlands, but we don't have a timeline yet.
Okay, I hope this answers your question, Joost.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Then I go over to Philip.
Yeah, so I mean, the coating market is a very mature market, so very established, and you, I think, highly rely on the paint producers as customers to get access to market. How do you actually ensure that you are becoming or remain in the driver's seat and not be just a ingredient or component supplier to the painting industry?
So that's exactly, concerning the marine sector, that's exactly what I want to do. So we are collaborating with top paint producers in the market to co-develop with them. So we don't want them to change what they are doing. We want them to incorporate our product in their final product, and they have the distribution network. They will sell it to the end users. We don't want to compete with world leaders paint companies in the marine sector. In the aquaculture sector, that's a different thing. We're talking about much smaller companies and much larger clients that buy much more volume. And there we have a final product to be seated in the driver's seat.
I hope this answers your question, Philip. Not quite.
Not really. No, I was asking how you remain in the driver's seat. So how can you enforce the paint producers or the ship owners to use your product?
So the paint producers are testing with us and they're collaborating with us because themselves they want to have a product that is copper free or reduce the levels of copper. Our product is patent pending, so it's not be able to reproduce. And so far, the tests we've done with other biological compounds or other organic compounds with the paint producers, ours has been outperformed. So they have something that they can use in their biosafra package.
Thank you. Thank you so much. We are out of time, unfortunately, and that's why we're going to provide you, Gonzalo, with all of the questions from the chat so you can follow up during the one-to-one meetings, or you can also use the chat functionality and address the answers of the questions right away during this meeting.
Thank you.
I would like to invite now our third company for the afternoon, and this is Pedro from Agristar Bio. Hi, Pedro. Now is the time that you share your screen.
Give me a second. Just
yeah, for sure.
Opening.
No worries.
And thought I was the fourth, but okay. Do you see the?
Yes, we see it.
Let me see if I can.
Indeed.
This
is slide number 2.
Yes, because I have you on the right side of the screen. I wanted to erase it. I don't know.
Whenever you're ready, Pedro.
Okay, right. Let me. Okay, so the world is facing growing population and increasing use of chemical fertilizer, and also of increasing organic waste. And because of that, for the farmer, he is killing the soil and compromising future crops. For the waste producer, he has no effective solution for what he's faced, and looking at ever more demanding regulation, what to do with it. And the environment is suffering from contamination of water and emissions of greenhouse gases. Our solution, it is proprietary, is protected by trade secret, not patent, but I can go later on that. Transforms the waste, processes it in the reactor, recycling the nutrients and organic matter to produce a premium organomineral fertilizer. So changing this into this in less than an hour with neutral zero greenhouse gas emissions and with no subproducts. We actually have a film on this, a short movie film on YouTube on our pilot. So we put ourselves in the client's organic waste source, near the organic waste source. CapEx and OpEx are on our side, and we go there under a service contract, multi-annual service contract to treat the organic waste. And we make money by selling the fertilizer and charging waste management fees. Our fertilizer is of unprecedented high quality. And why? Because it is very high on organic matter, meaning a consistent productivity through time, not just a high value or low value fertilizer in the short run. It means sustainable productivity from the beginning to a longer run, with very high nutrient efficiency, promoting microbiology in the soil, and promoting also the soil structure and resilience to droughts. We have done a competitive analysis with our competitors, and we come up pretty well in all main key fertilizer features. Looking at the particular case, a paper pulp factory, which is producing 36,000 tons of organic waste and consuming 3 tons of fertilizer in its forests, they are expending 2 million euros a year on these two subjects. And with us, they can save 450K euros per year with no capex on their side. They see their factory, the waste problem solved. The forests, they get customized, made to order fertilizer, healthier productive soil, and higher productivity in the end. And they also get to recycle 7,000 tons of nutrients and organic matter. So for their sustainability report and for their environment, I guess this is a blast. In terms of market, both are mature markets, but we are focusing on clients that have both problems. In the European Union, we think we can do up to 250 production units with an average revenue of 4.8 million per facility, adding up to 1.2 billion turnover as market potential in the European Union. Our path to success began in 2017 with the reactor built, full size. Then last year we were able to complete the demo unit so we could start producing fertilizer from several sources. We are now in the process of certifying this fertilizer so we are able to sell it next year. So next year we expected first sales, the year after entering into growth stage with the second unit, and then scale up from 2023 on. This is translated into our collapsed P&L. You can see gross margins north of 50% and very interesting EBITDAs because of low capital intensity per ton of fertilizer produced. We have gained traction. We recognized in grants, prizes, and partnering with main people in Portugal and Spain, and have gathered expressions of interest from waste producers and fertilizer distributors and consumers. This is our team. We are 4, 2 engineers and 2 management people with very complementary backgrounds, hopefully to lead this project on. And we are looking to raise 2.5 million for 20% of the company to use mostly in sales and marketing efforts, 20% in capex not covered by loans and leverage, 20% in the team, and we expect the investor to get north of 100% return on his investment in a 5-year period. So thank you.
Many thanks, Pedro, for the presentation. I can see that Frederick already has a question for you.
Okay.
Frederick, would you like to unmute yourself and ask the question?
Yeah, hi. Thank you. Thank you for the presentation. I was interested in how do you maintain the quality or the product, the product content across batches when the input you seem to be taking in is varies so much, or I would imagine that it varies very much. And secondly, what is the quality assurance process or protocol that you use to, I guess, get buy-in from the customers?
We will be addressing different sources of organic waste. but each unit is treating a specific kind of organic waste. So the paper pulp will be treating the paper pulp of that company or one more maybe, and we have the composition of the nutrients. You have a machine that is identifying the nutrients that come in, the ones that are recycled. The other ones we are adding in the reaction and treatment process. So, but we are not putting in the same reactor a certain part coming from pig slurry and a certain part coming from paper pulp. We are doing a unit in this case in paper pulp. We are planning to do one for pig slurry, but it will be that pig slurry will treat pig slurry. It don't treat pig slurry and chicken and this stuff. So it will be much more homogeneous what comes in, even because the strategy for separating organic waste is different if you're treating something coming out of a water treatment station than coming out of a livestock, some kind of livestock. Okay, I don't know if I answered correctly.
No, that's fine. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much. I go over to Mario.
Thanks, Pedro, for the preso. Just a couple of questions on the fertilizer production unit. What is the kind of cost you're estimating that to be today, and where do you expect that to go once you have, I assume, some more scale on it? And also, in terms of the price of your fertilizer product, are you looking to basically have that at par with some kind of NPK benchmark, or you see some room for some kind of premium there?
Yes, I could not put all slides in the presentation for the 5 minutes, but we are estimating a selling price of around 360 euros per ton, and we have our raw materials at a negative cost, if you want. So you could say our revenue per ton of fertilizer produced is around 410 euros per ton. Looking at the capex for each unit is around 2.5 million to 3 million euros. But we are doing a project finance unit by unit. This situation we are looking in paper pulp, the investor can even get into the unit with an option to go further on in the mother company if he prefers to have more asset collateralized position or something like this. So each unit will have its own investment project, so to speak, and this is based on the 5 to 8 years contract for treating the waste. And since we are targeting customers that also consume fertilizer, we should have some consumption of fertilizer there. In the paper pulp case, we are talking about they are assuming 1/3 of the production of fertilizer, and then can go up to 2/3 of the fertilizer produced every year.
Great, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much, everyone. I can see there are a lot of questions in the chat, but we are out of time. So Pedro, we are going to send you over all of these questions, and you can follow up back using our Tech Tour platform and the message functionality.
It's
Sure.
close to pressured environment, the production. So if you look at the film that we posted on YouTube, you won't see anything mostly moving, because everything is under 6 bar pressure and the reactions occur there. Okay, so no emissions. Thanks.
Wonderful. Thank you, Pedro.
Okay.
Thank you. Then I would like to invite our next presenter for the afternoon, and this will be Patrice from IDS. I got a feedback that on the evaluation form, we have switched to the places of those 2 companies. So please, for the first company, you can put zeros, then proceed to the next one, and after that, come back to it. So now, Patrice from IDS Group.
Hello, everyone. I'm pleased to join you during this session. So let me start. So I'm one of the founder and the CEO of IDS Group, a company specialized in the origin, traceability, and authenticity of whatever product you could come up. We have an experienced team in all sort of different fields, from chemistry, geochemistry, analytical chemistry, physics. Myself, I hold a PhD in electronic as well. So very experienced in order to address the current problem, which is traceability tools are today insufficient and faulty. Just remember the case, the meat scandal that happened a couple of years back as an example. So at every stage, you've got a risk. You have anyone cannot prevent the risk of having bad information and deal with it. So it's a real problem that concerns all sectors. To come up to, we had the chance also to get a survey that was conducted by a company called Cap Digital, and to ask 3 questions as an industrial. Is content traceability better than a package traceability? Would the origin be a plus if you bring to your product on the market? And at the end, is intrinsic traceability better as a tamper evident product? So for all of that, as you would see, there was a need for a solution. So we developed what we call an intrinsic marking product traceability. And from that, once we got mark during the lifetime, or it can be whatever type of raw material or ingredients or compound, we guarantee the traceability throughout the whole life cycle of that product, even up to the consumption of that particular marker in any organic raw material or compound. How does it work? Basically, we came up, we created markers. We can create as many markers. We've got a huge amount of solution for that. So through a solid or aqueous-based solution, we personalize the client implementation in terms of, is it a spray or is it a spatial device? So we've got a bunch of different type of implementation that we created with no effect on current operation. That was one of the aspects that we really focus strongly with our customers. And at the end, from a quality control point of view, we do have lab analysis and on-site reading using portable laser that we created. 2 worldwide patents came out from that to mark any solid, any liquid, and 40 additional requests for patent. In terms of the positioning and the competition, we truly are in the content traceability. We are not in the container. We are not over the package. We have been focusing and develop a specialty around the material integration, with the key differentiator about to become, I would say, the true provider of the local origin and not something which is perceived as an origin given by a trusted party. That's our unique positioning from that point of view compared to the competition. In terms of our target markets and other addressable market, what you have on the left side is where we're focusing at the moment. And what you have on the right side, obviously, it can be other potential because our technology is a true cross-market technology. Our first customer requests are coming, livestock, leather, vineyard, and gold. I will come with some details in a further slide, just to explain what we do exactly and how we can maximize revenue. So our business model, origin marking, process marking, control, license, so management of quality control, and providing services. So our offering, those are the direct customers we're targeting and how we manage also those offerings through the process. Just to give you a sense about our solution, so we've got existing versus IDS solution. So either there are or there isn't solution, and truly we're well positioned from a pricing point of view. This is just another example how we maximize return from the meat market and from also as well in terms of getting the skin of the animal into the tannery process. Key milestone, 3 phases. One key phase where we're looking at the moment at raising 5.5 million euro for our development of the portable mobile radio to complete this, extending the capacity of our current traceability platform and also generating revenue and bringing more resources. In terms of what we have achieved and what we're looking for, so I already explained the 5.5 million. So there is a mix of CapEx and OpEx, obviously, as you see. And Finally, some KPI, which I would like just to share with you in terms of the sales per business unit, and as well the gross margin rate per business unit. I think that would be interesting to see. And the key from the revenue and EBITDA, obviously, that give you a sense about what we're looking in the mid-term to the long term, so as well. The TRL, the technology readiness level, we are truly at the moment into a commercial phase. We are really entering into this. And as we would complete the final work on our portable device, we would have complete, obviously, the first step of our business. Thank you.
Many thanks, Patrice, for the presentation. I can see already 3 questions waiting for you in the chat. Willem, would you like to start first?
Yes, thank you very much, Patrice, for a very interesting presentation, addressing a very real problem, I know, from the market. One very practical question: what happens if materials are mixed from multiple sources, especially when we talk about fluids or some other materials?
If they get marked, they would be multi-mark. They would be different footprint that can be identified uniquely. So we've done already that in multiple cases. For example, mixing with premix, for example, for different batches. It doesn't matter. We would identify, each single unique code.
Okay, that's excellent. Thank you.
Thank you. The next question comes from George.
Yeah, what's the temperature stability of your markers? I mean, if we use it for materials like steel, a lot of these markers, they don't hold high temperatures.
Thank you for the very good question, because I'm working on precious metal, as you would guess. That would be a quite huge interest from the gold and the recycling of gold. So the temperature, as you are asking, it depends on the marker we're using. In fact, we've got a special patent which is not including this in metals, because we're dealing with what we call the fusion point of each of the respective marker. So based on what you would like to do, we can track and trace directly from at the manufacturing time any type of metals.
Good stuff. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. The next question comes from Joost.
Yeah. Since you, as I saw, have activities in the cosmetics market, any certifications needed like Cosmos or any of the sorts? And is that already present?
No, it's a very good point. Let me just give you a sense about, we have already an agreement ourselves from a nutritional additive, so which is a regular agreement. And also, I don't know if you know this, but there was a change into the classification that were provided by EFSA about the 2019. By June 2019, there was a new classification that was due to our work, and it was now called the technology additives, and we are truly in that part of that.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much. Then the next question comes from Frederick.
Thank you. So for each industry, each vertical, do you have to be engaging with the standard bodies or some industry-wide association? What's the best way to go to market and to gain acceptance?
Yeah, we go directly to clients. There is no need for getting to bodies. In fact, as we have developed that technology, which can be included in any kind of things, we have an opportunity for partnering with companies like Veritas, Decra, or such to get, I would say, on the certification side. If we, as a creator of the technology, if we had to manage, the audit and certification side, that would have been difficult. So we are effectively partnering with those companies in order to address this that way.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for answering the questions. We are out of time again. Sorry for that, but so it is a lot of questions for you. There is one more. We're going to provide it later,